Hello, children, my lovely young listeners. How are you all? Hope all of you are fine. Children, do you know about Africa? Yes, Africa is the second largest continent of the 7 continents of the world. And children, today I, your very own Kahaniwali Nani, have come to tell you a story, a wonderful story based on an African folk tale, The Man Who Never Lied. And the story is Hasan Who Never Lied. And children, you can hear more such interesting stories on my YouTube channel of Kahaniwali Nani. Subscribe to the channel and do click on the bell icon to keep receiving notifications of new stories. Also, like and share the story. And now listen to the wonderful story, Hasan Who Never Lied. Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a man named Hasan. Children, this man Hasan was wise, intelligent and truthful. In fact, whatever the situation was, he never lied, he never spoke lies. Everyone in the village admired Hasan for his unique quality. Slowly, what happened? His fame spread far and wide in the nearby villages, and finally where it also reached the palace of the kingdom. That is the king of the kingdom. One day, one of the courtiers said to the king about Hasan. He said, "Your Majesty, yesterday my friend from a village told me about a villager named Hasan. My friend said that Hasan is a man who never lied, whatever the situation may be." Hearing this, the king said, "What? A person who never lies? Doesn't speak lies? See, sometimes or the other, everyone lies. Many a times we have to save oneself. Suppose somebody is attacked by a robber, and then what they will say? Yes, I have money, take it away. No, they will say, oh, I have nothing, though they have it, isn't it? But they lie for their safety. But when the courtier said again and again that Hasan was a man who never lied all his life, the king said, "Fine, then bring him to the court tomorrow. I would certainly want to meet such a person." And next day, Hasan was in the court before the king. Hasan bowed down before the king. The king said, Hasan, is that true what I have heard about you? Hasan answered politely, "Excuse me, Your Majesty, what have you heard about me?" The king said cunningly, "All what people say about you." And Hasan, what did he answer? He said, "And Your Majesty, what do people talk about me?" The king smiled at his intelligence. The king said, "People say that you never lie, whatever the situation is." "That's true, Your Majesty," answered Hasan. King was not satisfied with Hasan's answer. Again he said, "But maybe in future you might, isn't it?" Hasan answered confidently, "No, Your Majesty, neither in the past, nor in the present, and nor in the future. I will never say lies." The king was a bit impressed, not completely. He said, "Really? That's very nice. But see, lies are very tricky. Sometime or the other, they may slip through your tongue. Anyway, I am glad to have you in my kingdom and having met you." And after some time, Hasan left for his village. Hasan went away, leaving the king a bit confused. The king did not believe that in future Hasan will not tell a lie. He believed that in future, some time or the other, Hasan will surely tell a lie. And he wanted to prove it. He wanted to prove Hasan wrong. He wanted to trick Hasan. And one day he got an idea. He sent his men to bring Hasan from his village. Now seeing this, the other villagers were surprised, and they also accompanied Hasan to see why the king's men have come to take Hasan. When they reached the palace, the king welcomed Hasan and went with him. The courtiers and the villagers were to his stable. And what did he do? He began mounting one of his horses. And turning to Hasan, he said, "Oh, I forgot to inform the queen. Hasan, please go and tell her that I am going for hunting and will return by tomorrow, by noon. So she should get a nice meal prepared for tomorrow's lunch. And Hasan, you will join me for lunch tomorrow, okay?" Hearing this, Hasan bowed down and said, "Sure, Your Majesty, I will inform the queen as soon as possible." And when Hasan left the stable, the king burst out laughing. "Ah, now see, I will not go for hunting today, and Hasan will lie to the queen. So simple, I have tricked him." All the others began laughing, and the king said to the villagers and his courtiers, "All of you come tomorrow and see by yourself how a man who has never lied and plans never to lie in future will be caught telling a lie to the queen." Now Hasan went to the queen, bowed down and said, "Madam Queen, the king has sent a message for you." "A message for me? What is it?" asked the queen. "Madam, the king has told me to tell you that he is going out for hunting today and will return by noon tomorrow. And yes, the king has asked me to tell you that you should get a nice meal prepared for lunch tomorrow." The queen was a bit surprised. She felt something fishy about this. So she asked, "Are you sure the king is going for hunting today?" And children, you know what Hasan replied? He was very clever. And he said, "Madam, when the king told me this, he was mounting a horse. I am not sure whether he is going for hunting or not, for I did not see him leaving." Hearing this, the queen became confused. "Then what should I do? Should I get a nice meal prepared for lunch tomorrow or not?" Hasan replied, "Maybe you may or maybe not." Hasan left, but the queen, she was just thinking about this message. Now the next day the king called the queen in the garden where everyone, the villagers and courtiers were there. And children, even Hasan was there. The king said, "Come, queen, come. See, the man Hasan, about whom people say that he never lies, has said a lie to you yesterday. He told you I had gone for hunting, but actually I did not go at all." Now the queen understood little something. She shook her head and said, "No, Your Majesty, Hasan has not lied. Actually, he just repeated your word that you had told him to go and tell the queen that you are going out for hunting. He told me all that he saw you mounting the horse but not seen you going for hunting." And then she told everything elaborately, what and how Hasan had conveyed the message to her. Hearing this, the king became silent for a moment. And then what happened? He turned towards Hasan and said, Hasan, you are right, truthful and honest. Now we all know that an honest man speaks only what he sees by his own eyes. You are very clever, very intelligent. You handled the situation very nicely. I wanted to trick you to make you speak some lie. And someone else in this situation would have lied. But you spoke the truth. You never lied. Yes, now I believe in what people say about you. You are a man who never lies. Hasan smiled and the king patted him and said, I am highly impressed by your truthfulness. And I need some honest, wise, and intelligent men like you in my court to run this kingdom. And now from onwards, I appoint you as a courtier of my court. Hearing this, Hasan became happy and respectfully bowed down before the king. So, children, you must have well understood that if we use our brains, our intelligence, we can avoid telling lies, whatever the situation may be. Just like who did? Hasan did. So, children, how did you like this story? Hasan who never lied? And we'll meet you again next week with another story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.